In this lesson, we're going to look at idioms that mean having beauty, lacking beauty, or trying to be beautiful. Find 3 idioms in this short dialogue that mean beautiful. Wow, you look like $1 million today. I think you have a face like an angel. If you go out looking like that, you're going to be a real head turner. Did you spot the 3 idioms? They are these. Look like $1 million. A face like an angel. Head turner. Okay, next, let's learn it. So the first idiom we looked at was look like $1 million. And we can use it to describe someone's appearance where someone looks really, really good. And think of how you would feel if you had $1 million. It would make you feel really nice. $1 million is really nice. And this is what we mean about your appearance. When we say you look like $1 million, we mean you look as nice as $1 million does. You could also say a face like an angel. Now, why do we use this idiom? It's probably because angels are things which we can't see. They're in our imagination. And sometimes we think angels are so special that we can't even describe them. So when you say that man has a face like an angel, what you mean is the face is so good, we can't describe it. And finally, a head turner. Well, this means pretty much what it says. You turn your head like that or like that. And this means her beauty makes people stop and look. So when you see something that's really beautiful and it makes you turn your head, what you look at is a head turner. And a person can be a head turner. Okay, let's say these words then. So first of all, I'm going to say the idioms, and the underlines are where the stresses are. This is where my voice goes up. So I will say them and then you repeat after me. So here's the first one. You look like $1 million. Now try the next one. You have a face like an angel. And try the last one. You're a head turner. So those are the places where the stress goes on the words, where the words go up in volume and tone and pitch. We also need to be aware of where the weak sounds are. And here, look in grey. The grey letters represent where we make a weak sound. That's when we use the schwa in English, so the sound. So, you look like $1 million. You try it. And the next one, you have a face like an angel. Notice not all of the sounds are weak, only particular ones. Typically in words like and at the end of words where there's a vowel followed by a consonant. Let's try the last one. You're a head turner. You try it. And now finally, let's use it. So here is a short dialogue. I'm going to read the dialogue and then afterwards I'm going to get you to say some parts of the dialogue too. So here's the dialogue between the man and the woman. Listen first. How do you think I look? Wow, you look like $1 million. Thank you. You look good too. You have a face like an angel. Oh, don't be silly. I'm not a head turner like you. Okay, now you try. You are going to say the phrases which are in blue, but can you remember the words which I have missed out here. The words that I've missed out are the idioms that we used earlier in the lesson. So read through it, see if you can remember the words. If you can't remember, go back to the previous conversation and then let's practice. Okay, if you're ready, I'm the man, you are the person with the words in blue. How do you think I look? Your turn. Thank you. You look good too. You have a face like an angel. Well done. So we've learnt some positive idioms to do with beauty. These are idioms that people like hearing. Now we're going to hear some idioms that people sometimes don't like hearing, but you do need to understand them in case you hear them yourself. And these are idioms about lacking beauty. So let's start with see it. Here's another dialogue. Find 3 idioms that mean not beautiful. I haven't washed for days. I must look a sight. Don't tell me. You think I look like something the cat dragged in. I'll try not to look like a dog's dinner before I go out later. Did you spot the idioms here? Here they come in blue. Look a sight, look like something the cat dragged in, and look like a dog's dinner. So let's learn it. First of all, look a sight. Now, before I go any further, please be careful when you use these idioms. If you use them to the wrong person in the wrong context, they might get offended and not like them. You could generally use them to describe yourself if you're trying to be a little bit humorous about your appearance, or if you have a really close friend or family member who doesn't mind you saying what you like, but don't say it to someone you don't know very well. Okay, look a sight. Have a look at this boy here. What's he been doing? He's been rolling in mud, I think. And he might say this, I'm so dirty, I must look a sight. And this really means unpleasant. Look a sight. You might think that means something positive, but it doesn't. If you look a sight, it's something unpleasant. It's something not good. Okay, the next one is look like something the cat dragged in. Now, in some English-speaking countries, people like to have cats and dogs as pets. And if you have a cat, sometimes that cat will come home with a mouse, and it normally doesn't look very nice by the time it gets home. The mouse is normally not in very good condition, unfortunately. So if you say, do I look like something the cat dragged in? That means in very bad condition. And the final one, look like a dog's dinner. Now, have you ever seen a dog's dinner? It's not a beautiful meal that you'll get in a restaurant, is it? It looks brown and you don't want to eat it yourself, do you? It's something you don't want to look at. So if you say, I know I look like a dog's dinner right now, it means something you don't want to look at. Let's say these idioms then. Let's look at where the stressed sounds are first. Here's the first one. I look a sight. So the stress here is on sight. Sometimes you can place it on look, but if you're speaking quickly, it will all go on sight. I'll say it, you repeat it. I look a sight. Now the next one. It looks like something the cat dragged in. You try it. And the final one, it looks like a dog's dinner. You try it. And here are the weak sounds. So generally and the. And when we have the ER combination at the end, it becomes weak in most English dialects. Some English dialects will stress the R more in this at the end of a word like this, but usually the ER becomes weak. Notice like does not become weak, and dragged in does not become weak either. Let's use it. So another dialogue between the man and the woman. Listen to me saying the dialogue first, and then you'll get your chance afterwards. What do you think of the new factory building? It looks a sight. I don't like it. Yes, it's just awful. It looks like something the cat dragged in. I know. Why did they make it look like a dog's dinner? And now your turn. Again, you are going to say the words in blue, but can you remember the words that have been missed out? These are the words that make up the idiom. Are you ready? What do you think of the new factory building? Your turn. Yes, it's just awful. It looks like something the cat dragged in. Well done. So now we know some idioms when you are talking about beauty. Now you know some idioms when we're talking about not beauty. But we have another list of idioms to come. And this is when you're trying to look beautiful. First of all, see it. Here we have 3 idioms for trying to look beautiful. Can you spot them? I need to catch their eye tonight. I'm going to dress up to the nines. Give me 10 minutes to put my face on. Are you dressing to impress too? Did you spot the idioms here? The 3 idioms are in blue here. Dress up to the nines, put my face on, and dressing to impress. Now you may also have spotted catch their eye. Now catch their eye has a range of uses. I'll cover that briefly as well. But first let's learn it. So dress up to the nines. So here you need to imagine someone who's put a lot of really impressive clothes on and they're working hard on their appearance. They're doing the best they possibly can for something really, really special. And you might say this, wow, look at you. You're dressed up to the nines. And this means making a big impact through your clothes and appearance. This is a phrase we don't use that much, but you might hear it and you could use it with really close friends. Put my face on. Wait a minute while I put my face on. Sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? My face is already here. But what we mean is make your face look good or look better through cosmetics. So those kind of things. Basically the face you want people to see, not the face when you wake up in the morning. I hope that's not impolite at all. So don't use this too much, particularly don't use it with people you don't know. And even with friends, be careful because they might take offence if you say it in the wrong way. But you can certainly say it about yourself. And finally, dress to impress. And this means looking good to make others notice. So you're dressing, you're working on your appearance because you want someone to see it and think that's good. And so someone might say this, you've made a big effort. Are you dressing to impress? Be aware that people might want to do this in secret, so they may not want you to say it out loud. But again, it's a phrase you might hear. So it's important to know, and you could use it in certain situations. Again, probably with close friends or family. Now, I said I'd come back to catch someone's eye. When you catch someone's eye, you make someone look at you, but this could be for any reason. It could be because you're looking really good, or it could be just because you want to speak to them. So you'll make a gesture to try and catch their eye. Anything at all to get someone's attention, whether it's looks or another reason. Let's say it. Here are the stressed sounds. So I will say them and then you repeat. They dressed up to the nines. Will you put your face on? Here the stress is more on face rather than put, but there can be stress on put as well. Will you put your face on? You try. I will dress to impress. Notice the stress is at the end of impress here. It's the second syllable. I'll catch their eye. And the weak sounds here are, again, grammatical words like to, or the, or you, or your. So let's use it. Let's do it again. So first of all, listen to this dialogue, and then in the second part, you are going to say part of the dialogue. So listen to me first. You look nice. Are you dressing to impress? Oh, that's kind. Well, yes. I want to catch someone's eye. I think you definitely will. You're dressed up to the nines. Thanks. I just need to put my face on and I'll be ready. And now your turn. So again here, you say the words in blue, but can you remember the words I've missed out here which represent the idioms? Let's try it. You look nice. Are you dressing to impress? I think you definitely will. You're dressed up to the nines. And there's many more videos on my channel that teach C2 English language and grammar issues that C2 English learners need to get right. So these are all designed to get you to the highest level of English possible. There's also a course that you can take on Udemy. Link is in the description below. I'll see you in the next video.